Welcome to Sunday. It is 6:36 p.m. in the evening. It is August the 21st, and today I would like to continue with giving tips or advice to those that are either struggling to shift or to leave their body, or they're just interested in beginning the process of hopefully being able to achieve this. And of course, as you all know, and something that I always put in these kinds of videos, these things actually assist me. I don't know if they will help you out or not. It is always my hope that you can find some way to utilize my advice. But obviously, there are no guarantees, and I'm always very upfront about that. So the theme of this particular episode is freeing your mind or opening your mind. Freeing your mind like Neo freed his mind in The Matrix, if you've seen that film. And the question is how would that specifically help you to either shift or to leave your body? It is my belief that our attitudes and the way that we think about the world many times can be the very obstacles that keep us from having these experiences. I can remember how terrified I was at times when I was smaller. For those of you who have been listening to my channel for a while, you'll know that I was brought up in a Baptist household. And of course, I was thinking of the fact that maybe I was doing something that was wrong, I was cursed, this was evil. All of these things were in my head. And, thankfully I had kind of a natural ability to be able to do it. So it didn't hold me back too much, but it scared me. It really, really did scare me. And it could have kept me from going out there and exploring. And of course, if I hadn't done that when I was younger, I don't even know if I would be in the position I am now, being able to do what it is that I do. So that did hold me back. And I want you to take a moment to think about all of the things that are in your upbringing that may be holding you back from progressing. Again, these are things that people don't necessarily think about when it comes to astral projection and when it comes to shifting. The only thing they're thinking about is, this technique, which technique is the best technique to be able to get me out there. And if I do, A, B, and C, then I will achieve this goal. But I have always believed that it's about more than just doing A, B, and C. It's really about changing your mindset, changing the way that you view the world. And for some, I think they've been going in that direction. They've been really kind of evolving in that way. But for others, your upbringing and the way that you think about things, it's going to take time to be able to change those attitudes. And these things can literally, I believe, block you from being able to either shift or to astral project, because maybe somewhere down inside, you think that doing it is evil, even though in your mind, you're thinking to yourself, no, I don't necessarily think that. But if you go back and you think about some of the things in your background, whether it be a religious upbringing or something else that makes you feel on some deep level that doing this is wrong. And this, I believe, can hold you back. So that's a part of this, is working those things out. And I know that there are many of you out there that probably deal with this kind of stuff. Maybe you don't talk about it out loud, but it's inside. It's deep inside. And it is my belief that this is something that you first and foremost, you really need to work through these things in order to be able to either astral project or to shift. Extremely important. Now, opening your mind isn't just, I think, good about being able to get out there into the astral plane or to shift realities. A lot of what people who give these techniques and stuff like that, or give you specific techniques and say, oh, you should try this, you should try that. They don't talk about what happens after you get out. So let's say you are successful in being able to either leave your body or to shift realities. But then once you get out there, then what? And I can tell you from my experiences, what you expect to see when you get out there is more than likely going to be quite different than what your expectations were. I know it has always been that way for me. I have always gone out there thinking that things are going to be a certain way, and they end up being completely different than what I thought they were going to be. So in order to be able to cope with these kinds of things, I believe that having an open mind helps you to adapt to what it is that you are seeing or what you are experiencing. There have been specific cases I can think of, especially in the beyond body / shifting, where I had to have an open mind to even deal with certain things. I can remember there was a specific experience where I went to a place where people, they appeared to be human. They appeared to, and a lot of the places I go to when I reality shift, and I'm talking about reality shifting in a sense of a random reality, not necessarily a desired reality like so many talk about. I like to go to random places because I like to explore. It has been most of my experiences. And when I go to a place that is random, I don't necessarily know what to expect, but a lot of the beings that I see are human, and I've been told, at least in one place, that the reason why they appear that way is because it's more comfortable for us to be able to see them in that way. But in this particular place, once they kind of discovered that I was from Earth and I was, open-minded about things, they changed their form into, I guess, what their true form is. And what their true form is very hard for me to describe to you guys. I saw the transformation. They went into some sort of chamber and they changed into what they really were. And it's hard for me to describe. I think I remember colors, I remember light and all these other things, but I don't remember much more than that. But then they brought a being, an entity, some people might say a creature or whatever. It was spherical, it was beige, and it seemed to be furry to me, and it seemed to have trunks or whatever coming out of it. It was one of the strangest beings, entities that I've ever seen, ever in all of my experiences. And at first I was like kind of really scared. I was like, what is that? And they said, it's okay. It just wants to love you or something like that. And I touched it and it was amazing. And I'm so glad that I was able to open my mind to be able to experience that, because I could just as well have said, no, I'm going back, and then came back here to the 3D and just kind of went on. But because I was open-minded enough to take a chance, man, it was amazing to do. And that isn't the only time I've done something like that. But having an open mind has helped me when I'm out there. And, by the way, it's been an evolution, opening my mind. I remember with astral projection, I would go out, and because of, all the movies and TV and the way they portrayed spirit beings, I was scared. If a being came up to me when I was on the astral plane, I was terrified. I remember once, this was in an early episode that I did, about dealing with spirit beings when you're in the astral plane. I was walking in a fair, and there was a fair, and there were beings all around, and they were really enjoying themselves. And I remember there was a being that came up to me, started walking up toward me, and saying, "Hey, hey," was trying to get my attention. And then I immediately said, "Get away." Didn't even give this being a chance to say anything to me. And who knows who this being was and what this being may have showed me. But having a closed mind and thinking, this being is, it's a being, it's coming toward me. Maybe this being wants to hurt me. Closing my mind to that being may have taken away an opportunity from me. So it is not only important to have an open mind, to hopefully remove the barriers that may be holding you back from either shifting or astral projecting, but it can also assist you when you're out there. So I'm looking at the long term for you, not just getting out there, because so many people say, "Oh, I was able to do this, now what?" Because maybe things are different than what they thought they were. What I'm trying to help you with is, okay, so once you get out there, how are you going to cope with things? How are you going to deal with things once you are successful at either leaving your body or shifting realities? Because again, this may not be anything like what you think it is. And so you should be prepared. Having an open mind, to me, freeing your mind is the best way to get prepared. I hope this is helpful to you. I will continue this series of tips and other things on Sundays to hopefully assist you and to get you hopefully ready to either leave your body or to shift realities. I certainly hope so. I hope I can assist you or be helpful in some way. Thank you so much for coming on this Sunday journey with me. And until next time, take care.